All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jacksonville, Travis Hunter, and F them picks, because that's the road we're on right now, baby. Right. Good morning, everybody. It is a new era, a bold new era in Jacksonville, Florida, as the Jaguars make a move that had been, there were some rumors out there, some buzz about it. James Gladstone said this has been in the tank for about 2 weeks now, right? And final details maybe getting ironed out, but the Jacksonville Jaguars did not sit back, wait for Ashton Jeanty, which a lot of people at this point would have been very happy with. Instead, they made the move up to get the guy that I think is the best player, and some might argue the best two players in the NFL draft. So good morning, Tony. I think we were conditioned throughout the day to hear the Jaguars were going to be bold. They might make this move. They were trying to make this move, but by the time it happened, we weren't surprised. But overall, what was your instant reaction to what they gave up and what they acquired?
In the moment, it was like they're giving what? And then as I got through the night, I was more and more and more and more and more on board with it. I am so on board with them being as bold as they were last night to go get the best player in the draft when they were in position to get what? I love Jeanty, but he wouldn't do this. Right? Like, it's not the same energy. It's not the same excitement. It's not the same, hey, my guys said they'd be bold, and we are. Right? Like, their whole identity is we are going, if we see something we want, that's ours now. Right? And for the front office to have that kind of energy, that kind of personality the first time they're on this kind of stage, I could not be more excited about the move.
I don't know if we can know what the excitement level would have been for Jeanty. I think it would have been high, but it doesn't really matter now. No. He's not our guy, Tom. Yep. I felt much like Tony. Initial sticker shock. Like, this is why I didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't think this was high on the priority list. When we did our top 5 options a few weeks ago, mine was trade up for Travis Hunter, but only to 4. I wasn't willing to put that kind of draft capital out there. The 36th pick, you don't have a pick until 70 tonight. The first rounder next year. Now, they improved their 4th rounder by 22 selections, added a 6th round pick, so they got a little bit on the back end. But I'm more like Tony now. The more I look at it, James Gladstone's like, yeah, I came from the FDM Picks organization. I am uniquely qualified to navigate these waters.
Yeah, to the fans, don't be scared.
Don't be scared. You know what? And it almost like a kind of like with Tony, Tom, a switch flipped in my head like, all right, you know what? You can be scared if you want to, but this is the direction the franchise has taken. We wanted new. We wanted different. We wanted bold. We wanted innovative. They delivered that. Time will tell if it was the right move, but what is your initial reaction?
Well, see, I'm kind of not I'm on board because I think it's great. He is the best player in the draft, so I'm okay with that, or I'm good with that. I was really jacked last night. Like, when I was at Strings at Jack's Beach, place erupted. I mean, the energy was just through when the trade happened, the people went crazy. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. This is what I've missed this. You know, like it feels like, oh man, like we're in a playoff.
We got some juice.
Yeah, we got some juice going. And then the pick came in, and then everyone just went absolutely insane. And I was like, wow, that's a ballsy move, man. That took a lot of guts, a lot of stones. You are giving up a lot. But then when I woke up this morning, I still feel good about it. But you better be right, man, and you better win. You know, if you don't win, it's not going to matter as much. I don't care how many Pro Bowls a kid makes. I like that he's going to be exciting. I like that he's going to be awesome. I like that he's going to be paired with Brian Thomas Jr. I don't sit here, and I know not everybody feels this way, but a lot of people online, they're like, oh, man, we're a contender. This kid makes us a contender. I don't believe that. I think he's a very good player. I think he's going to be an exciting player. I'm excited he's here, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Well, being a contender and an AFC South contender are not necessarily the same thing. They may not be ready to be a contender for the highest level of war, for the end game with the Philadelphia Eagles. Contender? Well, to make the playoffs in this division, I absolutely think they can be. Now, the work's not done. Yeah. Right?
We don't know what's followed up.
They came into the day yesterday, I think, with 59 guys on the roster.
Right.
That is nothing.
Nothing, right.
Right? So they're going to add, 9 more guys in the draft?
9 picks.
Or whatever they end up with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As many as they can, undrafted free agent priority type guys.
Sully was saying they may sign 20 guys in undrafted free agents.
Right. And then you do that, and then maybe circle back to the veteran room. Now that you know the pieces you have in place, maybe they'll circle back. So who knows? The
job, the full picture.
Not complete, obviously. I want to get to a couple of national reactions on this quickly. Sure. And today, by the way, folks, we definitely invite your feedback, right? 641-1010 on the phone lines. The text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. YouTube virtual studio chat. Social media will give out all those handles in a minute. We are going to have D-Rock back because he requested kind of to become. What about tomorrow? Sure, why not? 3 days in a row with D-Rock. Who doesn't love D-Rock, right? So he's going to join us later in the hour. But we're going to get to a couple of reactions. Greg Rosenthal, who we had on from NFL.com, Tony, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, whatever, along the way, put out a tweet last night. Travis Hunter can absolutely be the face of the league even without playing quarterback. The face of the National Football League. When have the Jaguars had anything approaching the face of the National Football League? Now, again, winning games. You're going to have to win. You're going to have to be successful, win games. If you're a 3-14 team, you're not the face of anything, right? But we got a guy, Tom, who actually sounded enthusiastic last night. Like, this is where I wanted to go.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what? Even if it wasn't if he had a priority list, maybe Jacksonville wasn't at the top. He's smart enough to know that I'm going back home to the Southeast, and I'm going to embrace this fan base, this organization, and they're going to embrace the hell out of
him. Essentially with Kay Adams being like, I had a feeling the night before I was looking at houses.
On Zillow or something.
On Zillow, right. Right, and he said, no, they didn't talk to me. Just had a feeling.
Yeah.
So he followed it. Yeah. Dylan pointed out, how much he gets along with teammates and things like this. Yep. When he was being interviewed and the Saints came on the clock. Now, I was on the air, so I didn't see this. He was being interviewed. Saints come on the clock. He paused the interview and said, excuse me. Yeah. Wanted to watch to see if Shador went to the Saints because he cares about, you know what I mean? Like, so it just, even in that moment.
He had a real reaction to it. Like, he looked over. He was like, 1 sec. He looked over the TV. It wasn't Sanders, and you kind of watch him go,
Yeah.
Right? Like, he felt for his guy.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's got it. From what they say, he's got everything you want. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be exciting.
All right, let me play this clip here. Dylan was able to find this last night. I got off the air at midnight last night, right? So I'm settling in about 12:30. I turn on SportsCenter. I'm listening for some reaction, and around 1 a.m., I don't even know who the guy was that Louis Riddick was talking to on SportsCenter, okay? But he was asked about your reaction to the move the Jags made. Is he a good fit with the Jacksonville Jaguars? This is a lengthy answer, but I think it's worth listening to if you want to get hyped up. This is what Louis Riddick of ESPN had to say.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Look, Mel Kiper said it best. You're getting a 2-for-1. You're getting two players in one. So that's where Gladstone is talking about the fact that this is a guy who can alter the game of football, the game of professional football itself, because he's a guy who we've never seen anyone like him come into the league before in terms of being a guy who could legitimately probably handle playing 100-plus snaps a game for 17 weeks. Now, I don't know if that'd be the smart thing to do, but he could handle it. He's one of the most conditioned athletes on earth. He has some of the most rare skills that I have ever seen on a football field. And I've seen a lot of great players going back to the days when I was a kid hanging out in Buffalo and Green Bay up here with my cousins who were playing pro football at the time. He is a true unicorn, a unique one-of-one type of player. Was it worth it for them to go get him? Absolutely, I believe it is, especially if he can give them the return on investment that they think he's going to give them. Do I like the fit? Travis Hunter can fit on any football team. It don't matter what team. All 32 teams, Travis Hunter fits. He fits because he's instantly going to be probably one of your best 2 or 3 players on the football field. He's one of the best 2 or 3 athletes walking the face of the earth here in the United States. He's just that good. And I know that sounds like hyperbole on a night where we're celebrating a lot of great athletes, but it's truth. It's fact. And you'll see that this fall when he gets on the field.
I mean, this guy was preaching to me. It struck like one of the 2 or 3 best athletes walking around in the United States of America right now. You can certainly make the argument. We know the history of what he's done. But when he says that, and he goes, I know it sounds like hyperbole, but it's fact. And basically, wait and see. Like Louis Riddick is a guy, Tony, throughout the site. A lot of people would bring his name. Why don't we interview Louis Riddick to be our GM?
I like him a lot.
And so, put it this way, if you had, he might have gotten this move as well,
Could he have been as bold as
I don't know, and that's the thing he said that's what surprised him the most, the boldness of a first-time GM having the Stones, the Gladstones, to make that thing happen.
That's what made it so exciting for me initially. It's like, man, that's I like that move.
Somebody,
Welcome to town.
our friend Dom sent me some tweets in support of this last night, and that's what he calls them, Glad, and then all caps Stones. Glad Stones.
Yeah.
He had them, and we'll find out if it's worth it. Why don't we take a break now, because we got a lot of reaction we want to get to today on the program. Got a lot still to do, a lot of work to do tonight. Our Chad and Sandy real estate question today was going to be your 4-player wish list for the 36th pick.
Right.
Not going to be that anymore. It's just who is the one player you'd most like the Jaguars to draft tonight in rounds 2 or 3. Now, at the moment, they have 70 and 88. They could package some picks up. They have, 3 6-rounders, couple of 4th-rounders. Yeah. So they could move up.
The 4th-rounders are high, I think, in the
now they are both high. Yeah, because they went from 126 to 104. They already had 107. So they're in the top 10 of the 4th round, each of those.
Yeah.
So those are good.
Good package, maybe.
36, we'll miss you, whoever you turn out to be. I have the exact player, and he's been mentioned by several people already this morning. Tony and I both like him. I know the exact player that I hope they get at 70. Wouldn't have been the case had they still had 36, because they could have built it differently. But now without having that, this is the guy for me that's got the big target on his back.
Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.